Good morning. It's June 25th and I'm Kofi Mensah, Chale News. A lot to get through today. Venezuela is dealing with a catastrophe that could be one of the deadliest earthquakes in modern history. Back home, an MCE says Jubilee House tried to stop flood demolitions and he said no. And the Black Stars are healthy, focused and ready in Philadelphia. Let's go. We start in Venezuela, and the scale of this is staggering. 2 earthquakes, a 7.2 followed by a 7.5, struck within seconds of each other, collapsing buildings across Caracas. Scientists are estimating up to 100,000 deaths. No official toll yet. 100,000 people. Let that sit with you. Full breakdown on Chale.news. Here at home, the waterway demolition story keeps developing, and this latest detail is striking. The MCE of La Nquantanang Medina says officials acting on behalf of the Jubilee House called him personally to halt demolitions, clearing flood-blocking structures. He refused. The presidency has said nothing. Then there's Emperor Bishop Bediako, a pastor whose church in Pantang village was demolished in the same exercise. He says he donated 32 cows to the NDC during the 2024 campaign, and the party still knocked down his church. His video calling them out has gone viral. The debate about political loyalty and accountability is very much alive. Serena Tamakloyationu prison saga. Where exactly is the convicted ex-Maslock CEO serving her sentence? NPP MP Bafur Awa says Interior Minister Muntaka's explanation only deepened the confusion. He's now demanding the government produce documentation. No documents, no answers, just more questions. July 1st is almost here, and GUTA is drawing a line. The Traders Association is telling the PURC to suspend the incoming utility tariff hike or risk choking the economy. They say the data on inflation, exchange rates, and fuel costs simply doesn't justify the increase. PURC hasn't responded. The Women's Development Bank has been registered, 1.3 million Ghanaian cedis already committed across 2 budgets. But it still can't take a single deposit. The Bank of Ghana hasn't issued a license. No timeline either. Money committed? Bank open for business? Not yet. If you're on the Kasoa-Winneba route, brace yourself. From Monday, fares go up 20%. Transport operators gave the government a 2-week ultimatum after June 12th demonstrations. The road wasn't fixed, so now passengers absorb the cost of damaged vehicles and excess fuel. The road is still bad. South Africa has its entire security apparatus on alert ahead of June 30th protests. And for Ghanaians living there, this is personal. Xenophobic threats linked to that same date have been circulating. Police Chief Puleng Dimpane is warning against intimidation. Stay informed if you have family there. British Airways pilot Kwame Yeboah, 30, has been sentenced to over 8 years in prison in the UK. He groomed a 12-year-old girl on Instagram, then travelled to assault her. The court said it would have been obvious how young she was. 8 years. Right call. Zimbabwe's Senate voted 75-4 to keep 83-year-old President Mnangagwa in power until 2030, and to abolish the direct popular vote for president entirely. Critics are calling it what it is. A power grab dressed as reform. He just needs to sign it. The DRC Ebola outbreak has now infected over 1,000 people and killed 267, all in its first month. The WHO says this is the fastest spreading outbreak in history. Urban spread, late detection. West Africa needs to be watching this closely. Full story on Chale.news. Now, the Black Stars, Philadelphia Saturday, 5 p.m. Lincoln Financial Field. Ghana and Croatia, winner likely advances. The squad is fully fit, no injuries, no excuses. Joint top of Group L with England on 4 points. This is the moment. And here's why the stakes just tripled. Brazil swept Scotland 3-0 in Miami. Vinicius Jr. scored twice. Brazil finished top of Group C. Beat Croatia, and Ghana's next opponent could be Brazil. Motivation enough? Marvin Sinaya watched hours of Anthony Gordon and Bukayo Saka footage before the England game. That 0-0 draw wasn't luck. It was homework. The right-back said he wanted to prove something. He did. Croatia, you've been warned. If we end on this, a village in Ghana's central region drank from a muddy stream for 2 years. Borehole broken, government absent. Philanthropist Reza Afshar sent engineers, clean water in hours. The celebration went viral, beautiful, and a reminder of how much we're still waiting for government to deliver. That's your June 25th digest, Chale. Every story we covered today has more depth waiting for you at Chale.news. Stay informed, stay sharp. See you tomorrow.